What's up, folks? It's BB here. Sorry that I haven't been posting videos for a while. I was in vacation in South Korea. Um, Even though I was in vacation, I couldn't give up training. So I was in a city called Pyeongtaek. It's not the capital city like Seoul. It's not a big city, but when I was walking down the street, literally just like in a very small block of the street, I was able to find literally 4 to 5 different commercial gyms. So, for this video, I'd like to share my personal experience that I had in 2 of the commercial gyms that I visited. And for those of you who are planning to visit South Korea and find a gym to train, this video might be helpful. So here we start. Um, the membership price for the day is in between 15,000 won to 25,000 won. So that translates to about 15 to 25 Canadian dollars, if I'm not mistaken. And another thing that I notice is the gym shirts and gym shorts are provided to any types of members. You don't have to be the regular members. Even though you're just there for a day or two, they are still provided to you, and it's provided in different sizes for both men and women. So all you would have to bring literally yourself is the gym shoes and gym socks. That's it. And 2 towels are available for per person, if I'm not mistaken. So it's very convenient in that sense. And I know we North Americans are more, used to training in pounds, but however, everywhere else we go, like including the country like South Korea, plates and machines and cables are all in kilos. So just be aware of that when you're training. And staffs were friendly, and it's not a powerlifting gym, so you don't expect to see fancy squat rack with bench and the bars and the deadlift platforms, but you're able to do all these exercises, including the accessories, as you can see from this video. So it's very nice in that sense. And also there's an access to the shower room and the locker room. Everything is accessible, even though you're a daily member, and it's decently clean. So everything is there. My experience over there overall, it was very pleasant. But since I'm a power lifter, I'd like to focus my experience on SPD in those gyms. The first exercise I'd like to start off is the squat. So here we go. So this is my squat experience. So starting off with the 115 kilos as warm up. So overall, it was good, but my performance level was not at its peak because, I was tired. There was time difference, and I couldn't bring my regular squat shoes and the lifting belt because they were not fitting into my luggage. So I had to bring Converse and smaller lifting belts. So that might have been the reason why my performance level was not at its peak. But I think the biggest thing that I noticed is the bar, quality of the bar, because it was keep on slipping off my back, and there was no chalk available. So it was kind of bothering me, and my concentration was taken away because of that. And it's kind of affected my balance as well on my way up. So yeah. So, like the biggest thing was the quality of the bar and the fact that there was no chalk available. So I think that's the biggest reason why my squat performance was not at its peak. But overall, I was able to complete all the weights that are indicated in my program. So I was pretty happy. With that said, let's move on to bench press. So this is the bench press, starting off with 85 kilogram warm-up set. I was able to complete all the weights that are indicated in the program, so I was pretty happy overall. But because the bench was very slippery, like even though I fixed my upper back in a very good position from the unracking, like on my way up when I push, my back tends to slip off a little bit. So that affected my performance a little negatively, So that was the thing that I noticed. But overall, I was able to complete all the sets and all the weights that are indicated in my program. So I was overall pretty happy, but that was one of the things that I noticed from my experience of SBD bench press in the commercial gym. Finishing off nicely with the 80 kilograms of drop set. Yeah, so because my back was slippery, like I wasn't able to use my leg drive a lot, but overall it was okay. With that said, let's move on to deadlift. So this is deadlift, and there are two main things I noticed. First thing is the usage of sling rack. So it's not all the commercial gym that recommends you to use sling rack, but you know, particularly on this gym, they didn't allow me to pull the bar off the floor and drop it down the floor because it creates a lot of noise. So they recommended me to use the sling rack. So I thought it was advantageous because it reduces the distance that the bar is traveling. But because the bar was very slippery and there was no chalk available, it affected my grip strength. And my top set was supposed to be 170 kilos, but I wasn't able to do 170 because this is my 160 and I'm already struggling, and I felt like it was RPE 9.5 to 10. Like usually that weight is not so hard to me, but it was very hard that day. And I think the main reason why it happened is because of the chalk, unavailability of the chalk and the slippery bar. So you see this was almost RPE 9.5 to 10 to me. And yeah, so those are the two main things that affected my performance level of the deadlift. But overall, I was still able to do the deadlift, complete my training. So I was happy, but it would have been better if there was a chalk available at least, that would have affected my grip strength more positively. So as you can see, I'm struggling a lot with the grip. Was very slippery, the bar. Maybe if I used the other bars in that commercial gym, it might have been different. But I touched the other bars, the other day. It was almost the same thing. So that's it for my experience in the commercial gym. So let me quickly summarize my commercial gym experience to you. So that's it, folks. Thanks a lot for watching this far. And for next video, I'll come back to you with my personal experience in South Korea's powerlifting gym. It's my dream gym that I wanted to visit. So stay tuned. Peace.